I have had so many people try a lot of the things that I make and cook, and I try to tell them how to do it themselves because I try to come up with easy stuff because I work 6 days a week a lot of times. And I have a stricter diet being gluten-free. I can't eat a lot of dairy, and I try to limit my sugar intake. So I want to share different things that I make that are quick and easy that people have asked me to make videos on. So you know who you are, the people who've tried my trail mix that I make, that I love, the spicy one. I try to make it somewhat healthy because raw nuts are obviously the best. They're the highest in nutrients because nutrients haven't been cooked out. Once they're roasted, you start losing a lot of the nutrients you need, and they're packed with vitamins and minerals and amino acids, fiber, all kinds of good stuff. So I like the flavor of the processed stuff, but the health aspect of the good stuff, the raw stuff. And ultra processed foods give me a stomach ache and fill me with empty calories. So I try to have snacks that fill me with good calories and good things for my body that actually wake me up. Because healthy nutrients, live foods, well, close to life, wake you up. They perk you up in the middle of the day. So this is what I do to make my trail mix. I get a bag of unsalted nuts. If you can find raw is always going to be the best, but not all nuts come raw easily because bacteria grows in them, especially things like peanuts. So it's okay if they're not raw. You can find different bags of raw nuts and mix them in with other things if you want to do that. But I was lazy, so I just got a big bag of unsalted mixed nuts. And I get a big bowl and I pour it in there, okay? And then I get mixed nuts that are salted, roasted and salted mixed nuts. I'll get what's on sale, you know. One week, a bunch of pistachios were on sale. And I love pistachios, those are my favorite. So I got those. And then, I did wash my hands. And then I get spicy peanuts, because I love spicy peanuts. So they're gonna add a little bit of spice to everything, okay? And then, the part that adds the sweet, which is optional, are chili mangoes. I love chili mangoes. So I cut them up, if you can see, like this, and they'll come in different colors because that's the nature of natural stuff. Sometimes mangoes are going to be a little lighter, sometimes they're going to be a little more vibrant. It also depends on how fresh they are. I did check the expiration date. It's good till the end of November, so we're safe. But this is my newer batch, and I usually use a whole pack of these when I do this. And I get a non-serrated knife because you can't cut this very easily because they're so sticky, but I like them in bite-sized pieces, and they work better than raisins. You know, I always want to go to the store and get a good trail mix, and they always have so much sugar in them, and it gives me a sugar crash. It defeats the whole purpose. If I want candy, I'll eat candy, you know? But this does have a little sugar in it, so you can dehydrate your own if you don't want to do that. You can get dehydrated fruits that don't have added sugar, and you can do that. But I get these because I like spicy mangoes chopped in here. Not crazy about them whole. They're a little weird. But I kind of press down and cut them into little bits, and then I put them in there. I don't use the stuff. I tasted a little bit of it once, and it was weird, so I don't add that. And then I'll get like a big old spoon, and I'll stir it all up. Or if your hands are clean and your family trusts you, you can stick your hands in there and stir it up. And then I get a big container like this, or a whole bunch of mason jars. The big mason jars I can do. I usually do this, and I have one of these to take with me to work. And then I keep that full. And then I just pour it in. But let's see how graceful I am about it. Ooh, I only spilled a little bit. Just a little bit. Look at that. But I do want some of this, so. Oops. Well, that's graceful. Okay. Anyway, that's it. It's that easy. Wasn't that fun?